zAmya Theater Project presents Homeless Network Newz, starring Caroline Mannheimer, Corey Walton, Greg Traumazak, Marvin Howard, Annette, Bryant, Robert Blood, Soul Sepulveda, Tahiti Robinson. Hey, we are back. That's right. Season 6, count them, Season 6 of zAmya's Homeless Network Newz. So if you're joining us for the first time, you're in for a real treat, because for this week's episode and next week's episode, we bring you our two-part series of The Best of HNN, sponsored by our friends at Align Minneapolis. Align Minneapolis is an interfaith collaboration of 17 Minneapolis churches, synagogues, and mosques, and people with lived experiences working together to address homelessness and poverty. Align focuses on shifting from an immediate needs approach to a long-term, more solution-oriented approach with education, advocacy, and action. For more information on that wonderful organization, visit their website at www.alignmpls.org. Now, part 1 of the best of the Homeless Network Newz. That's right, we've scoured previous episodes and plucked out those segments that just seem to shine too much to only show one time. And in typical zAmya fashion, we're going to bring back a little of everything. So we got some interviews, we got some performance pieces, some poems. We even got a game show groove going on from one of our past episodes. Now, if you're new to HNN, let's first bring you up to speed on who we are and what we do. We are zAmya Theater Troupe. And in case you didn't know, zAmya is Sanskrit for aiming at peace. And to accomplish our mission, which is to raise awareness on the issue of homelessness, we create and produce performance art that deals with the various aspects of homelessness. And of course, HNN is just one of many creative vehicles that we use to raise awareness about an issue that affects so many of our brothers and sisters throughout the country and the world. So with that, let's get this party started with the best of HNN.
Jerusalema ikhaya lami ilondoloze uhambe nami zungangishilana Jerusalema ikhaya lami ilondoloze uhambe nami zungangishilana dawo yami ayikholana buso wami awukholana ilondoloze zuhambe nami dawo yami ayikholana buso wami awukholana ilondoloze
Excuse me. Now I feel like dancing. That clip just has that effect on me. Love the dance, the energy, and the magnificent choreography from our friend, Leah Nelson, someone who's had plenty of influence on zAmya troupe members, as well as our mission. Great piece indeed. Now, speaking of zAmya's mission, it's time to introduce our zAmya agreements. Now, in case you don't know, our zAmya agreements are the code by which we at zAmya agree to conduct ourselves and how we treat others in the world. So what are our agreements? Let me run through them for you. Cultivate an attitude of gratitude. Notice our impact on ourselves, each other, and our community. Stay focused and engaged. Treat each other equally. Assume good intentions. Remember why we're here and check out the last but not least zAmya agreement right here.
Is this the real life? Is this just fantasy? Caught in a landslide.
Fun, huh?
That's right. We agree to have fun. And that is exactly what we are about to do. Get ready to have some fun with a favorite game show, HNN style. Check it out.
The names, characters, and incidents portrayed in the skit are fictitious. No identification with actual persons, living or deceased, is intended or should be inferred. The views expressed by guests are their own, and no animals were harmed in the making of this production. So please don't sue us.
This is Ouray.
And now, here he is, our host, Alex. What the heck?
Thank you, Johnny, and thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our very special Dorothy Day Jeopardy, which is based around the American journalist who, after a bohemian youth, became perhaps the best-known political radical in the Catholic Church. Without further ado, let's meet our contestants.
Now entering our Zoom is our first contestant, Pat Myers, a bartender from Salt Lake City.
Now, Pat. Hello, Pat. It says here that you are an enthusiastic nerdcore hip hopper. What is that all about?
It's a group of like-minded people that meet in my mom's basement. We play video games, watch Star Trek, and cry about having a hard time finding romance. And we get together and we rock out, man.
So, losers.
Our second contestant is returning champion Kenny DeWitt, a yoga instructor from New York, New York.
Namaste.
At least stay until you lose. So, Kenny, it says here that what you're wearing today comes from a thrift store.
Oh, yeah. I buy all my things from thrift stores. People on the Upper East Side, they give away perfectly good stuff, except for healthcare.
Or affordable housing, apparently. Now, I don't know, but I've heard it's quite expensive in New York City.
Yeah, well, you probably could afford it, Alex.
Who knows? Maybe you can too if you continue to win. Johnny, please tell us who's next.
Welcome, Anita Bath, an actor, playwright, and librarian from Camden, New Jersey.
Hello, Alex. I'm thrilled to be here.
So, Anita, are there a lot of libraries in Camden, New Jersey?
Yes, a few.
Huh. Who knew? Well, shall we get started? Our three contestants will be competing for cash prizes and tax write-offs. Please give your answers in the form of a question, and remember there are 2 daily doubles hidden within the board. Because Kenny is our returning champion, she will pick a category and a dollar amount to get us started. Please wait until I've finished reading the answer before attempting to buzz in with your guess. Are we ready? Great. Then let's play Jeopardy. Now, our 6 categories are
Dorothy Day, month, and year, notable quotables, can I get an amen, never surrender, Dorothy, deist, and pop culture.
Alex, I'll take notable quotables for 200.
Don't call me a blank. I don't want to be dismissed so easily. But still, there's talk of making her one. Pat, you buzzed in first.
What is a cab?
Ooh, no. Anita.
What is the doctor?
Wrong answer. Kenny?
That would be, what is a saint?
Figures you would know that.
I'm sorry, what?
Kenny, please choose a category and dollar amount.
Okay. Notable quotables for 500, Alex.
Don't worry about being effective. Just concentrate on being faithful to the blank. Anita?
What is girlfriend?
No, Pat.
What is truth, Alex?
That is correct. Very nice, Pat.
I'll take never surrender, Dorothy, for 200, Alex.
The state in 1957 where Dorothy was shot at whilst living and working at an interracial farming commune is on my mind. Anita.
Who is Ray Charles?
No, we were looking for the name of a state. Kenny.
What is Georgia, Alex? Can I have deist for 200?
The church supported her work until the 1940s when Dorothy came out as this. Kenny.
What is a gay person?
Ooh, no. Remember, the name of the category is deist. Pat, you buzzed in next.
What is a pacifist, Alex?
That is correct. What is a pacifist? Pat, please promptly pick the pickle pepper. No. Just go ahead.
Can I get an amen for 500, Alex?
The city name for this saint in the Gopher State is where the Dorothy Day Center is located. Pat.
What is Minnesota, Alex?
Incorrect. The clue asks, what is the city name for this saint? Anita?
Who is Paul?
Johnny, can we accept this? Yes, that's correct. Johnny says we can accept that. Paul or St. Paul, one of the twin cities. Your turn, Anita.
Pop Culture Day for 300, Alex.
In Virginia Workhouse, Dorothy went on a 10-day one of these or a song by the rock group Temple of the Dog. Kenny.
What is vacation?
Ooh, no. Pat?
What is a hunger strike, Alex?
That is correct, Pat. Well, this is a first, a Jeopardy first. No one has picked the Daily Double, and we are now out of time.
What? Wait, what? I gotta make some more money.
How can I get out of my mom's basement?
What about the final Jeopardy thing?
Oh, okay. Real quick though, okay? Everyone write down your wager. Now, usually I give you 2 minutes to answer, but today you have 2 seconds.
Finished.
Great, here's the clue. The 1952 title of Dorothy's autobiography, based on her life of work with the marginalized and oppressed or extensive isolation. Pins down, everybody. Kenny, we'll start with you. What did you wager?
The whole shebang, Alex. All 8,000, and my answer is Dorothy Day, all by myself. And I'll refrain from singing it.
Thank you. And that is wrong. Your total is 0. Anita, your wager and answer.
Yeah, Alex, I was smart. I only wagered $1. And my answer is The Long Loneliness.
That is correct, Anita. And that leaves you with the grand total of $299. Now, Pat, did you get it right?
No, I wagered $4,816 and I put down, I was here, I lived, and I conquered. P.S. Hi, Mom. I'm coming back home.
Ooh, that leaves you with $84. So, Anita, you are our winner.
What? Wow, awesome! In your face, Yogi Master.
Oh, ignoring.
And that's it for Jeopardy today, folks. We'll see you next time on Jeopardy.
Alex, you got a couch I can sleep on?
The show's over, Pat.
I know.
He was eating all the food in the craft table, too.
This is Jeopardy!
Love me some Jeopardy, y'all. Although that new host is a little bland for my taste. But seriously, Dorothy Day was an incredible advocate for the poor and the homeless. And she was someone who turned her faith into action. And we hope you had some fun and some laughs with that Jeopardy game. So keeping the train moving down the HNN tracks, we have another game for you. Our next guest has a short guessing game with multiple choice answers that I think you'll find fun, but also interesting. So do me a favor if you would. Grab a pen and some paper and be ready to write down your answer, A, B, or C. And at the end, you can see how well you did. Please welcome to the show, Mr. Thomas Strapp, special friend of zAmya, to share some of his unique life experiences.
Hello, my name is Thomas, and welcome to this little quiz. I grew up in A, a small town in southern Minnesota, B, the inner city of Minneapolis, or C, a middle-class neighborhood in St. Paul. Both of my grandparents were A, immigrants from Ireland, B, both sets were born in Minnesota, or C, were from the planet Hollywood. My parents wanted me to A, grow up and take over the family farm, B, become a Catholic priest, or C, they didn't care what I really did as long as I finished college. In the end, A, I finished 3 years of college, B, I got a master's degree, or C, I dropped out of high school and ended up getting my GED and went to vocational school. I was A, an 8th grade teacher, B, a Catholic priest, C, a house painter, or D, did hiring for a large corporation. I am divorced from my first wife, with whom I have 2 children, B, I am now happily remarried, or C, I am a single, healthy gay man. What caused me to become homeless was A, post-traumatic stress from my experience of years of unemployment, B, a severe drug addiction which eventually led me to prison, or C, back alimony payments and an addiction to gambling. For me, the hardest part about being homeless was A, the overwhelming sense of hopelessness, B, the feeling that I had been a failure, or C, the loss of friends. The main reason I try to share my experience in my story is A, so that I can help others learn from my experience, B, so that others don't make the same mistakes that I made, or C, because it helps me heal from my experience. Now let's see how well you did. I grew up in what's called the Groveland Park area of St. Paul, and it was a very middle-class area, very homogeneous. Almost everybody in my neighborhood looked and acted just like me, very white, very middle class. I had 3 older brothers and an older sister. In the end, I liked being the youngest, and my brothers and sisters did spoil me as I was growing up. Both sets of my grandparents were immigrants from Ireland. My parents didn't care what I did as long as I finished college. Getting an education was real important to my family. I was a teacher for a number of years. I taught 7th and 8th grade. Eventually, after I got my master's degree, I ended up going in the seminary, and I became a priest. I'm a single, healthy gay man. And that was another issue with me in the church. I wanted to be a healthy, open gay man, and that wasn't compatible with being a priest. What caused me to become homeless? A severe drug addiction, which eventually led me to prison. I ended up getting arrested, not once, not twice, not 3 times, but 4 times for possession, and I ended up going to prison for 6 months. For me, the hardest part about being homeless, that sense of being a failure, that sense of hopelessness, and that sense of losing friends. I think it shows that homeless people can come from any background. And I believe that almost anyone or any one of us can become homeless. It just depends on the circumstances. I do this because it helps me and it helps me heal from my experiences. So I hope this has been helpful to you. I hope you benefit in some ways from it, but mainly I have benefited from it. So I thank you for listening.
Oh, just finishing up my quiz. So how did you do on that quiz? Did you learn something interesting? Maybe even about yourself? Hopefully it gave you some good things to contemplate. And thanks so much to Thomas for that unique way of shining a light on our tendencies to focus our attention on our preconceived notions at the expense of our individual characteristics and experiences. Now, in case you're not having fun just yet, Next up is our headline news, starring Esther and Marvin Howard, here to bring you some smiles and some good health.
Give my regards to Broadway. Remember the
Hey,
game.
Marvin.
Yeah.
Like, that was great. But we just got introduced to do the headline.
Ugh, the headlines can be so depressing. Seriously, mental health and homelessness, it's going to get me stressed out and really, really make me sad.
Our audience, they're waiting.
Oh, okay. Hear ye, hear ye. The royal headlines are about to commence.
Marvin, just, the regular old news, blah, 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 please.
Okay. And now for the news. Not new news, but the same old news.
Thank you. Good.
Got the blues. Same old news. Helpless and alone, pick up that saxophone. To be or not to be, sing out to throw out the bourgeoisie.
Marvin!
I'm a poet, and you didn't even know it.
Marvin, come on, just get on with it. Introduce the same old news. Come on.
And now for the news, that same old news, not new news.
Okay, that's good enough. Thank you. The headlines. Ready? Okay.
Yeah.
We heard in Focus shared some staggering statistics about mental health within the homeless community. To reiterate briefly, mental illness and homelessness, facts and figures. Marvin, it's your turn.
Okay. 45% of the homeless population shows history of mental illness diagnosis.
Seriously, okay? Seriously.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay, let's take a look at Minnesota's mental health system from the point of view of the state of Minnesota. Mental health, a system in crisis.
Minnesota's mental health crisis system is in crisis. What we have is a revolving door system that provides crisis treatment and stabilization and very little service, or huge gaps in services in between crisis periods.
Yeah, doesn't sound promising.
But the good news is that there are alternatives to the present mental health system. One alternative to look towards for healing.
One that is near and dear to our hearts.
Creativity and healing.
Research shows that being creative can improve well-being. It shows that creativity can reduce depression, stress, and anxiety, and improve our ability to express difficult emotions, such as grief and sadness.
We can transform our suffering through art, through music, and through motion. We can transform through writing and sharing our words through the creative force of kindness and the great power of loving others.
Can theater heal?
While I know that it is not wise to sentimentalize or make dramatic pronouncements about the healing components of art, I can tell you that the theater has been a balm to my soul. While others may question whether or not its magic has extended my life on and off the stage, I do not.
Oh, you can say that again. True for me. How about you, Marvin?
Well, it's not like I discovered a theater company and never left since 2008.
Yeah.
How theater can improve our mental health.
One of the chief obstacles that many individuals struggling with mental health issues often have to overcome is a sense of isolation or of being judged for their condition. Through theater, however, they can build strong bonds with others and create a strong sense of community.
Let's take a look at a particular form of theater methodology that has greatly inspired and influenced our work and the work of many theaters around the world, and how it can impact our mental health and sense of well-being.
Theater of the oppressed as a tool for mental health advocacy.
There is no consensus even among mental health care professionals about the best approach. where an increasing number of professionals seem to be gravitating towards non-biomedical or non-institutionalized models of treatment, and even diagnosis or labeling is being questioned.
People with traumatic memories and experiences often get stuck in repetitive patterns of behavior, more so those struggling with intellectual disabilities. Theater of the Oppressed offers effective tools that assist in the process of unfreezing these patterns and find new ways of expression, defeating the mind-body dichotomy.
Social adversity, mental distress, and the theater of the oppressed.
What if a person's mental distress is related to oppressive power relations, where inequality is experienced on a daily level and is based on social relationships beyond their individual scope of possible action? Rollo May, one of the leading existential psychologists of all time, located the feelings of apathy and anxiety felt in contemporary times precisely within the powerlessness and helplessness which modern individuals feel when faced with a wider social context in which their ability to influence things is not sufficient for change.
Overcoming social oppression, using dialogue and theater to reveal oppression and foster healing.
Theater as praxis, dialogue, and action can be a powerful liberatory tool in healing individuals as well as communities.
If theater is the art of looking at ourselves, then to really look at ourselves, we need to recall the truth and not present a fictitious portrayal which only serves to further oppress ourselves and distort the truth.
Liberation requires truth from within and from those around us if we are to move towards liberation.
So if you need a break from the same old news, the headlines, coronavirus, the Chauvin trial, the unaffordable housing,
or if you just need a break from a deadened heart and spinning thoughts,
join the ranks of artists with mental illnesses.
Beethoven, Picasso,
and Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex. Now, there's a headline for you, and you thought I wasn't going to bring you no new headlines.
It proved me wrong, Marvin. Okay, that's it for today's news.
You get the word before the show has started. That your favorite uncle died at dawn. Top of that, your pa and ma have parted. You're broken hearted, but you go on.
All right, next.
So how was that for our regular news segment? Brought to you by a couple of longtime zAmya family members, Marvin Howard and our very own superwoman, Esther O. Now, fasten your seatbelts for a real zAmya treat written by our own Carolyn Mannheimer. But I don't want to give too much of this away. It's a special zAmya treat. I'll just stay with that. Let's take a look at interactions in a Minneapolis park.
Everybody up. It's summer camp.
Who the heck are you?
I am Megan, your summer camp counselor. I thought today we could all work on God's eyes. We each need to find 2 sticks, and I brought the yarn.
Are you off your meds or something?
No, but I did take an extra vitamin this morning and stopped at Starbucks. Clover brewed coffee, extra dark, extra large, venti.
Yeah, it shows.
Okay, well, if you're not into God's eyes, how about making a craft stick picture frame? Yes, let's!
Look, lady, this is our summer encampment.
Yeah, I know, it's summer camp. The county has hired me to come every day and make crafts with you. Make s'mores, drink bug juice, and well, I don't want to brag, but I am a pretty good yoga teacher.
Hey, let's talk more about this bug juice.
Look, I don't have time to make your dumb craft frames. I don't even have anywhere to hang it. Do you even know why we're here?
Of course, you're camping. Well, and then since you have a yoga instructor / art teacher come every day, some might call it glamping, hey? Time for stretching.
Hey, why not?
Why not? Because she's a lunatic. She's making fun of us.
Oh, she's harmless. Come on, have some fun. Plus, she's got bug juice and s'mores.
This is not fun, Chris. I haven't showered in 6 days. We're living on Little Debbie's and the occasional ramen.
La 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 la. No negativity here. Okay, who wants bug juice?
Oh, yeah, it's about time. I hope it's grape. Is it grape?
It's grape.
What the? We're homeless. We got to go to 35W exit and sign. Make some money for the day.
Here, have some bug juice. You seem so tense.
Okay, fine.
Hi, Chris. I was wondering if you have any toilet tissue I could borrow.
Tissue? Time to make tissue paper flowers. Oh, let's see. Oh, where did I put the tissue paper?
What the what? Who's this? A new outreach worker? Hey, lady, can you hook me up with some clean socks?
Sock puppets!
She apparently thinks this is some kind of summer camp. Says the county sent her.
Well, aren't you a fancy police person?
Hey, you said you have 2 days to break down our camp, and we still have 9 hours.
Yes, it's the 9th hour.
That doesn't even make sense. It's not the 9th hour. We have 9 hours left. And you're supposed to get us housing?
Well, there are, I don't know, at least 11 empty shelter beds. Why would you want to be out here in the heat? And the mosquitoes, and the weirdos, and the weirdo mosquitoes. Hey, do you have a bedazzler perchance? Or maybe some feathers?
We don't want to go to a shelter where our stuff got stolen and there's a curfew like we're children.
Or on probation or house arrest. I'm not a criminal. I just can't afford anywhere to live.
And I want to stay with my girlfriend.
Yeah, and I want to hold on to the little bit of money I get every month, so maybe in 10 years, I'll save enough for an apartment deposit and first month rent. Shelter takes your benefits.
Well, there's been complaints that you're making the dog walkers feel uncomfortable, and that's not cool.
Shh, everybody calm. Just breathe. Come on, shh. Let's just do some yoga poses. Tree, warrior. How about a little upward dog?
Uncomfortable? They're complaining about feeling uncomfortable. They should try sleeping on a moldy old sleeping bag I'm sleep on every night. Now that's uncomfortable.
You got a sleeping bag?
Oh my goodness, officer, I am so glad to see you here. Are you removing these vagrants?
I'm sorry, vagrants?
Oh my God, they're getting close to me. Where are my pills? Where are my pills? Why me? Why me, God?
I'm sorry, it's not a very attractive blanket, but you look traumatized and probably should be kept warm. Ma'am, calm down, please. Calm down.
Come on, downward dog.
Are we the only sane people here?
It would appear that way.
Officer, it was so awful. My husband and I heard things last night. I was so scared to take my morning jog. So scared.
Well, honey, wearing that outfit, I would have been probably a little scared to leave the house, too.
What are you, the fashion police?
Maybe.
Well, oh my God, look, it's Camp Biohazard. That's not exactly in keeping with South Minneapolis fashion.
Bedazzle the tents!
Vicky! Thank God, someone who isn't bat crap crazy.
Hey guys, I thought I'd bring you over some of our lasagna from last night. And I have a case of bottled water in the car.
Hydrated! We all need to stay hydrated.
Oh, thank you so much, Vicky. I don't know what we would do without you.
Excuse me, who are you?
Oh, hi. I'm Vicky. I used to be Chris's foster mom. I come by and check on him and his friends as often as I can.
Used to be a foster mom? Must not have been a pretty good one.
Chris aged out of the system. I couldn't just keep him. That's not how it works. But I still worry about him just as much as I did when he lived with me. And whom might you all be anyway?
I might be the summer camp counselor. No, seriously, I might be. I'm not sure.
I am a tax-paying, concerned citizen.
I paid taxes for 30 years.
Yeah, and we're all citizens.
And I am here to issue summonses. I feel like I look ugly when I say that.
You do.
Tickets? For what? For being unsightly and dirty, dirty. Oh, and just generally unfabulous.
And for trespassing?
Sure, why not?
Why not? Because they're not criminals. You know they can't pay any fines. They have nowhere safe to go. So they gather together. They look out for each other. Have you ever actually been to a shelter?
Ew. No.
Exactly. So why would they want to? I don't blame them one bit. I'd rather camp with my friends than stay in the shelter. At least their tents are their space. Everyone needs their own spaces.
Space! Oh! A soda bottle space rocket. I think I might have those supplies.
That actually sounds kind of fun.
Don't you dare. There's already bottles and butts and garbage and needles everywhere.
Bottles and butts? That sounds like a fashion line. Who are you wearing? I'm wearing bottles and butts.
No way there's needles everywhere.
Needles! Oh, is knitting the craft that you guys are into? I know how to finger knit.
We police our own encampment. We make sure there's no litter or no one's misbehaving. I understand there may be encampments that are more rowdy, but we're not like that.
Yeah, a lot of us are moms and grandmas, and we wouldn't want any kid to be afraid of us or to hurt themselves.
Maybe you and your husband can come by and barbecue and invite your neighbors here in the park. Get to know them because they are your neighbors. They're human beings worthy of respect.
Barbecue! Roasting marshmallows!
The only fire allowed in the park is right here. Psst. Okay, people, look. I forgot my sparkle gel pen, so I can't write any summons tickets right now. So maybe y'all can work out some arrangement where the campers watch out for you while you jog and maybe help you coordinate your outfits better. And Vicky, you keep doing you, girl. Jogger person lady, don't be rude. It's ugly. And lighten up. Glampers! Keep your area tidy. Go to bed early. Be friendly. Maybe sing some songs sometimes.
Kumbaya, my lord. Kumbaya.
And don't scare the joggers or the dogs or the kids, okay? Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm out. Good night.
Well, I'm fresh out of ideas.
Never thought that would happen.
I'll go get the water.
That was really weird.
One of the weirdest.
And we live in tents.
In a park.
In the middle of the city.
They better never call us weird again.
Yes, indeed, Caroline has done it again. Over the years, Caroline has written many scripts and music for zAmya and others, so we knew this piece would not disappoint, especially since it featured some other key members of our troupe, including Esther O, Roberto Blood, Annette Butler, Greg Traumazak, Lurch, and zAmya artistic director Moran Ward, and of course, Caroline herself was also in that. What a creative way to address scenarios of homelessness in our communities. Great stuff indeed. Well, that brings us to the end of part one of the best of HNN. We hope you enjoyed yourselves. We hope you had some fun because we certainly did. Now, stay tuned for the best of HNN part 2 next week, right here on Homeless Network Newz.